There are two ways to spiritual awareness. One is a mental way and is a long cut. The other is a spiritual way and is a shortcut. The mental way is to study. Study hard, read books, understand what it is. Completely answer your questions of the mind. Get satisfied that it is worth going ahead, worth trying. And then put in all your effort at meditation. And work hard to go to the third eye center. Make a lot of effort with practice to go to third eye center. And then have experiences inside to get more conviction and faith that there is this path, there is something else. And then work further under guidance till you can have higher experiences. Work with a perfect living master who gives you this help and directions and tells you how to meditate and how to put in your efforts. And eventually, you will fall in love with that perfect living master. And after you reach the ultimate level of the mind, which is called causal region, Trikuti, where three worlds meet, the physical, astral and causal, where three worlds are generated, the experience of time and space is generated. To pull you above that, you will have fallen in love with your master. He'll pull you with his unconditional love beyond. This is the long, normal route. There's a shortcut. Shortcut is surrender to the master, let him take over everything, including doing all this. If you can surrender to the master, a human being, just like yourself, no different, but with your conviction that he is speaking from the true home. He is not speaking like an ordinary person, but he is speaking from his true home. You surrender to the person and say, you take over all the responsibility, including the responsibility of going through this long route of doing meditation and going to third eye center, stage by stage, going to the Trikuti, the universal mind, then being pulled out. If you are a seeker of that and willing to surrender to that, Master takes on the entire responsibility. Shortest cut I can think of. It's a shortcut. To get the shortcut, you have to arrive at a position where you can surrender. It's very difficult. The shortcut becomes very difficult, more difficult than the other one, because of the requirement of surrender in this one. What does surrender mean? Surrender means you stop worrying. Somebody else has taken your worry. Very difficult. People love to worry. People worry all the time. They worry, sometimes they worry about why they are worrying, and some worry why they are not worrying. So worry seems to have become a habit. And so long as you worry, you have not surrendered. If you don't worry and say, Master has taken whatever comes, it's his design, and that's the best for us, then the shortcut works. If you are suddenly pulled by the unconditional of a master, and that itself is the conviction you have got, you are the luckiest person. Because then you need not do anything, that love will pull you and you will surrender automatically. It will come automatically to you. So these are things which are not so clearly explained, although they are all mentioned. They are all mentioned in our scripture, they are mentioned in the mystic books, they are mentioned in meditational books. But we don't read them in conjunction with our own experiences, so we don't understand them. We skip over them. But if you feel, in one of my earlier meetings, I read out a quotation from a holy book of the Sikh religion, Guru Granth Sahib, where it says, Nanak Satgur Bhetiye. He is saying, oh Nanak, he is the author, he is telling himself. Nanak Satgur Bhetiye. If you can surrender to a Satguru, which is a perfect living master, Nanak Satgur Bhetiye Puri Hoye. That means your effort is complete. Nanak Satgur Bhetiye Puri Hoye Yukti. Yukti means your effort. You can do effort the long way, or you can do the effort of surrender. Your effort is complete at that point. Then what do? Second verse of the same quotation. It says, then while laughing, while enjoying this world, while eating, drinking, dancing, you go back to your true home. Nothing could be simpler than that. Then I read a quotation from the great master of this. What is the real spiritual path? He explains the real spiritual path, the master to begin with, the master in the middle, the master in the end, master all the way. Why do you have to do something? Isn't it amazing to find a human being, a friend of ours, who becomes a true friend forever, never gives up that friendship once he shakes hands with us, to meet such a person and then to rely upon that person to do everything that you have to do and just go on watching what he is doing for you, and you become almost like an observer of your life, not a doer. Somebody else becomes the doer and you become an observer of your own life, and you enjoy it. Because then, when you become an observer of your own life, life becomes a drama, life becomes a theatre, and this whole world becomes a big stage on which you are performing a live theatre and live theatre. So this is something that I thought I should renew this message to you, that do not always think that the only path is to the long path of struggling, trying to find out where my third eye center is, wasting hours and hours of useless meditation while the mind is running all over, and we get so tired after it, and we break our regular schedules of our meetings and so on for the sake of meditation. There's another way. And examine if life has given you that opportunity, if love has given you that opportunity, if the Master has given you that opportunity of your experiencing an unconditional love. If you have experienced, follow the shortcut.